Hey guys, what is up? It's your boy Omega SMG coming at you with a new video. As you can see, I got a lot of tracks going on here, so I'm gonna go and start breaking this down because this is actually a pretty solid track. So this is like uh, I call it like a Drake style beat. I'm not 100% sure though. I could totally see like Post Malone hopping on. So let's go over the instruments I have. So we got our piano, nice and pretty. We have an organ, then we have a kick, a guitar, a bit mangled than hi-hats. Then open hi-hat, 808. Then we have Moog sound. Then we have okay, but anyways, let's go and start going down at what we have. So we have this piano loop that goes throughout the entire track. It is a 4-bar loop, and this is what it sounds like. Let's go over the MIDI of this. So we got some seventh chords. So this is just a B minor seventh, and that B acts as a grace note to drop down to E minor seventh. Uh, I do have my keyboard plugged in. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm like really leaning back right now. So pretty much. Yeah, just lots of bass notes. It's very heavy. Let's go over what I have for the mixing of this because this is a fully mixed track. Um, so we have this EQ that comes in after the bass kicks in. Just takes the really harsh sub bass out of it. Then we have a compressor. Makes it way heavier. This is it dry. I'll just play loop. Then this is it with all the mixing. Awful lot more. Have that compressor there. Pretty much. This is like a medium attack, really fast release. This is so that it gets that punch in. Then we have a pretty high ratio on here. Then Mag 4 EQ. This is a kind of ugly EQ, but it's a solid state EQ. You can pick up on it. High end is boosted. Low end is not boosted. That's another instance of Pro Q. Boost up the high end in mono because this song sounds sick in mono. Then reverb. Because like I didn't really use reverb that much on this track, so I didn't see the point in having like a send track for it because I normally it sounds better when it's a percentage. But then we move on to this Moog sound, which it just follows the piano bass note, so I'm not gonna really go over that. However, I will totally go over the mixing because so it's just anyways, this is going to be bump that up an octave. I want to bump that down. So. Just really simple, but it has a lot of suspense to it. Mixing wise, I actually don't have anything on it. Thought I did, but no, it just mixes well with the track. This is what it sounds like in context. So that piano is starting to get nice and heavy. Second, I'm putting my keyboard back to where it was so I can get my typist keyboard back in my lap. I got a smaller keyboard now, so it's way easier. Then we have our kick, which this kick is just beautiful. See, okay, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but pretty much I have my keyboard right next to this, and there's a tiny bit of like a false reverb tail on the kick, but it's actually just my keyboard. I wish that was part of the kick though. Anyways, let's go over the kick. So decapitator, make it fat, then pro C, add punch, then pro Q, focus that punch in, and this is what it sounds like with everything on top of it. And we have a nice organ sound. This follows a different pattern from but yeah, sounds nice and sexy, so then we add that. Acts as a nice pad to fill in space. Then we get into like our pattern. So then we have our hi-hats, open hats, adds a lot of tension. So do I have any mixing, like special mixing on the open hats or anything? So that's pattern 7 and 8. That's what. EQ, just cut out the mud. So then we get to this part, which is like where it like starts dropping. So it goes from this. Okay, so let's go over that 808, because the 808 is beautiful in this song. So like the synth preset itself is just a regular one, but captator, bass ranger, transient designer, boom, got myself beautiful 808. It goes from this, then this, then to this, then to this. It just makes it really sound really sexy, and then when all the drums cut out, it's just really suspenseful because covering all the low and the kick is there, but pretty much everything else doesn't have the low end. But the bass is just so focused. Speaking of focusing out the bass, master track, cut out that mud, boost lows, cut to the mids, and boost the highs bit, makes it sound a bit more exciting. Cut all that stereo mud out, just makes it mix a bit better. And then Felicia Alpha Master, I think it sounds super sexy with that compressor on it. Then we get on to our drum pattern, which for one isn't a conventional trap drum pattern. So the kick is pretty standard, but the snare is very often off kilter. This is what it sounds like. So the open hi-hat goes on the 2 and the 4, and then the snare goes on the 3. Very unsettling. Then it ends off on another 808 piece, and then we get to our chorus, which is pretty full. So switch back to the Moog, still have the piano going, throw back in the kick, still have the organ going. Then we have a new drum pattern right here, still have the snare going, and then we have a guitar. This is what it sounds like. So, fun fact, it was actually this point in the song that I realized that I wanted the snare to just be on the 3s and not on the 7s. And it's just because I really liked the guitar pattern and wanted it to shine through better. So, let's go and go over the guitar pattern because it has a lot going on. Like, they're technically like 4 melodies going on here, so. We have a lead going on, then we have like a regular melody. I'll go ahead and just cut this so you guys can hear the pure melody. And just the lead. And then when we go into the mixing of it, where's our rig? Because yeah, this right here is definitely it. So first thing you notice is I have gross beat, half speed on with a low mix level. Then guitar 5 adds scream distortion. Pro Tube cut out the mud. Vinyl, give it so it wobbles a bit, and then auto tune so that pretty much it just makes it sound so bendy and weird. I got the idea of throwing auto tune on the guitar from an interview that Mike Dean did with, I don't remember who it was, but it was over Yeezus, and that was a technique he used on his guitar throughout the track. But then we have our bongos, which is actually me playing the bongos. Fun fact. I sampled it just because originally I'm not in a very good room for recording stuff, and I'm using a Blue Yeti, so not exactly pleasant. So I had to do quite a bit with this. So I'm actually gonna put this in a loop so you can like listen to over and over again. This is completely dry. So let's go dry. Like nothing's there, so then throw an EQ on it, boost that low end, then give it some more air, then a compressor, high attack, fast release, and then a fairly high ratio just to give it that punch, and then VX hybrid mix. This is just beautiful. And then Naltech character just made it sound like it was actually a thing. But yeah, I think we have everything. Pretty sure after that it's just like formatting stuff, and then at the end, I just drop FL. No, originally I dropped the master pitch, but I just layer everything and let everything fade out. Uh, I mean, yeah, it's like it's a beat. Uh, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's something. Uh, so if you like this video, smash that like button. If for some reason you hated this video, I don't know, maybe you hated my voice, smash that dislike button. Uh, Leave a comment, get me ranking higher in search engine results. Subscribe. I just recently got to 200, so hoping I can get to 201. Just making that a bit of a stretch goal. But anyways, yeah, this is your boy Omega SMG signing off. Leave any requests you have in the comments.